They thought they had banished us forever. But now, finally, we have returned.
Indeed we have. Welcome to another Stream Team review. I'm very happy to be here with my wonderful guests. Let's please welcome our first guest.
I'll say it again with my chest for the people sitting in back. The Wheel of Time is not medieval fantasy!
What the hell? What the fuck was that clip?
I don't know.
You have the clip, but you don't know where it's from or the context.
You know what? You mean the context? Yeah, I actually do know full well where it's from. It's from Daniel Green doing an impassioned rant from using his in his, I think, Let's Debate Fantasy or something.
And he screamed, "What is not medieval fantasy? Why?"
I think maybe it was just because a lot of people. It could also be that. Oh, I think it might have been with the casting controversy. Yeah, that might have been where it was.
And his point?
Yeah, I think it's maybe
Hey,
just.
Trip.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's bring in Valerian.
Greetings, you all.
Alrighty, 1 second. Let me just announce this.
Yeah, that was certainly an interesting clip. Not mine. Mine I'm used to, destruction and murder and death and all that.
Tarzan is a nice watch. Glad you were able to enjoy that.
So Trip is going to join us then?
No, I think she'll just stay in the comments.
Yeah.
Bother.
Yeah, she'll stay in the comments, maybe watch the movie with us. But anyway, let me just get started. All right, let's start. I dare to say this is one of my favorite openings for an animated film ever, because it's all done with incredibly well detailed nonverbal storytelling.
We'll try not to.
Okay, so if we want to bring the brightness trippy lady on, we have to annoy her.
We don't normally need to try to do that, so.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, and just let me know if it starts bugging out.
We will.
Oh, okay. I actually do see stuff going on. That's nice.
He has the American Civil War mustache.
Oh, God.
I don't remember the actual name for it.
Yeah, the juxtaposition of this whole thing is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Live town. The trains come down as they do.
Very resourceful family.
Mhm. The transition is great.
They don't make Disney music like they used to.
Nope,
Nope.
they don't.
When I say they used to, I mean I mean in the 30s and 40s, or even the 70s.
Yeah, this was part of the movement where they were transitioning out of the Broadway musical style
Oh, yeah.
that they were doing during the Renaissance period.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking dark.
This late Renaissance then?
What, Blaine? Sorry.
Is this late Renaissance then?
I would say yes. This would be late Renaissance. Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, I would say that this is the last really great Disney Renaissance movie.
And after that, they started buying everything. Well, they already owned more than was good for them, but they started buying even more stuff.
I would not say that. This was in the early 2000s. This was before Bob Iger came in and started acquiring a lot of things. So I would say that this was in the phase where they had a lot of stuff in terms of their marketability in terms of like they had ABC, for example. They had a few other things, but they didn't necessarily have Marvel, and they had Pixar at this point, I believe, but they didn't have Marvel or Star Wars at this point.
Yeah, that's like just too much. Because I can't think of those things as being Disney things.
They're not,
Yeah.
definitely. Like
Yeah.
Pixar kind of works as a Disney thing, but that's because it's also animation and it's kind of just two halves of a whole. But in terms of just Disney in general, yeah. So the main reason why Disney started acquiring a lot of stuff was because of Bob Iger, who kind of brought Disney out of the slump that was in under Michael Eisner.
So it's really the Renaissance. It was in a slump.
Well, there was a Renaissance where they were putting out good content, and then Jeffrey Katzenberg left, and Michael Eisner took over. And then they started producing lower and lower producing movies. They also put out a lot of direct-to-DVD sequels that were very low quality and easy to produce that wasn't making as much money as they wanted. There was a lot of factors going on in the Disney Renaissance, and a big thing that ended it was actually CGI animation, where they decided to just stop doing traditionally 2D animation in lieu of computer animation or the Pixar animation style. The main one that was the death knell for 2D animation was a combination of Treasure Planets, financial failure, and Home on the Range.
So that's when they started doing all these live action remakes of this and remakes of that and remakes of the other thing.
That came a little bit later. Mostly they focused on the main thing was the big success that they changed it was in 2005. In 2005, they decided that they were just going to only do 3D animated movies because Chicken Little made a lot of money as opposed to Home on the Range, which did not make any money. And the Disney live action remakes started with Maleficent in 2014. So it was a kind of there was a big gap in between the two.
Yeah, is that leopard evil?
Well, it wants to eat a kid, so I would say yes.
Well, from its point of view, it's not cannibalism.
Who said anything about cannibalism? Treasure Planet? Oh yeah. Princess and the Frog did not make as much money as they were hoping, especially compared to Tangled.
Oh,
shit.
Pardon me, is Johan back?
He's
in the other one.
Yeah, he's in the. Oh, it's a leopard. Yeah.
I wouldn't call the leopard evil. He's just a dick.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I mean, if this is Africa, right? So it wouldn't be a jaguar.
Pretty sure South America.
You don't have apes.
I could be wrong.
No apes in South America, though.
No, it's.
All right, now I need to look it up.
This is very cute. This is very cute.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in Africa, actually, since apes, especially gorillas, are not native to Africa. Are not native to anywhere but Africa.
Well, Africa and Asia.
Yeah, and it doesn't quite fit with India. It's not populated enough.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, The Princess and the Frog made was on a budget of 105 million, while the box office return was 271. Now that seems like a lot, but Tangled was 260 million and brought in a box office of 592 million. Though a big part of Tangled was they were investing a lot of tech into it. And because of that, they were able to kind of recoup the investment and then some on a much more expensive film. So, as well as develop technology they could use in other films to make them cheaper. So, yeah, I have a lot of weird knowledge about all this stuff.
Well, that's good, informative, and we should be instructing people to some extent, at least.
Yeah, and even the history of Disney is very interesting because it's basically just a series of corporate takeovers, mostly engineered by Roy Disney.
So he engineered a bunch of them, not just one, but
there were at least two. The first one was actually after the Black Cauldron bombed, and they decided, hey, we need new leadership. So they decided to bring in Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg. And Jeffrey Katzenberg seems like a cartoon in a lot of ways from the stories from behind the scenes.
Well, that's appropriate.
Yeah, kind of. Well, or at the very least, a caricature of the stereotypical, just dumb executive. Though weirdly enough, he's been responsible for a lot of pretty good animated films. Though for a while he was basically just ripping off Disney with stuff like Ants, Bugs, which came out the same year as Bugs Life, Madagascar, and The Wild. There was a bunch of those. And then another thing, after Michael Eisner kind of drove the company to the ground with his acquisition of ABC and other less profitable company decisions, Roy Disney engineered a coup that threw Michael Eisner out and put Bob Iger in. So
Roy Disney is kind of to blame then.
In some ways, yes. Bob Iger was able to take Disney out of its creative and financial slump, but it's kind of led to, while it has been profitable, the quality of the pictures have been degrading very rapidly over time.
Over.
So it's kind of a I would say that Jeffrey Katzenberg has brought us a lot of good stuff. But yeah, he but when you hear it, he asks a lot of questions, and in regards to some of the stories, like in Little Mermaid, he was like, they shouldn't be singing. This is dumb.
What?
Or just various other strange things. With Prince of Egypt, he was very much going for an Oscar nomination, and I don't think he got it, but he did get some good stuff. He was able to make a really good movie.
Yeah, I think Brightness Trip grew up with Disney about the same time I did, roughly. So, let's see. The Aristocats. What else was there? There was Robin Hood.
Oh yeah, I love Robin Hood.
Yeah, Robin Hood's really good.
It's about movie politics. Well, at least this is more interesting politics.
Yeah. This is sort of interesting.
Yeah, it's just about kind of the weird history of Disney.
Yeah. Whereas I used to know a fair bit about the history, but that was from the period like up to when Disney died, and maybe a little afterwards. Yeah, the original Disney.
Mm-hmm. Apes together, strong.
What? Uh-oh. That's sort of dramatic.
I do like how this movie works together to give Tarzan, even though it's very episodic, but it kind of works in that episodic fashion, and it very much allows Tarzan to slowly develop it does go along with montages, and I do love pretty much all of the music in this movie. The music in this movie is great.
The animals are cute.
Yeah, I would agree that Doug Walker is wrong about. I think it's Turk, not Kala. Kai and Valerian.
What? He's alive?
Yeah.
Yay.
Going to Utah with terror.
What is she even talking about?
Maybe new members of Kai's should be.
What?
Get it?
What? No, thank you. I don't think so.
I actually find it interesting that the guy who played Kerchak was originally going to play the Terminator. And he does a really good job, but Lance Henriksen, he kind of looks immediately like a bad guy, and Arnie kind of looks more the kind of, you would, even with the original Terminator where it's not as much of a mystery, there would still be an element of, okay, there's something
Look,
shifty
Arnie is
about this
lovable.
bugger.
Look, Arnie is lovable, okay? You see his
Is this
face, and yes, it is intimidating, but also, you would not be surprised if he gave you a big old hug.
This is where he goes to his adolescent angst. Why am I such a misfit?
Why am I such a misfit?
I am not just a nitwit.
Maybe we need to do a binge of a bunch of the old and I do love Glenn Close's Kala. I think she's great.
Yeah.
And I do love this scene in general. This is a good scene.
To sleep.
One of my favorite songs ever. This is way better than Let It Go. This is such a good song. And I love there's just a really great mini arc in this little montage, and I really enjoy it. Someday you'll look tall with pride, son of man, I'm ready to time you'll be. Oh, that's hilarious.
Whoops.
Kugel, not hard to be better than Let It Go. I actually kind of do like Let It Go. It's very wicked. Oh, that's a clever transition. I love that. Forgot about that. Oh. And I think that with this, you could not do a lot of this in live action. It would kill the actor. I honestly don't think that Disney's Tarzan could work in anything other than animation and be as cool as this. You can just do such incredible things with the actor's the body.
By and large, I don't get the feeling that Disney has done historically and live action as well.
Well, I just mean in general, really, because I think that you really only could do Tarzan and make it really good in animation.
Yeah, you'd have to pay the stunt doubles a bundle.
Yeah, true. It's like, modern Disney did reimagine this for a modern audience, and I love that they're just like,
What does that remind me of? That reminds me of the animals in Narnia trying to figure out what Uncle Andrew is.
that actually is a good comparison.
Yeah, and that was a pretty entertaining scene too.
This is one of the coolest fights ever.
Oh, the evil leopard thing.
Hmm. Like I said, you could not do this in live action ever.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to. I guess you'd have to do a CGI leopard or else someone in a leopard suit, which would be.
Yeah, it would pretty much just be done in a computer, which creates a whole um, disconnect where you're abruptly switching from live action to CGI, and there's that disconnect where you're not switching between mediums in animation. You can kind of your suspension of disbelief is just a tad bit easier to maintain in under these circumstances.
I've noticed that CGI animals tend to look very unconvincing.
Yeah, Art did a good job.
They're amusing, but you don't believe that they're actually what they're meant to be.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I agree, Neil. This is a really good moment where Tarzan proves himself to everyone by being a badass. Yeah. And also he kind of shows his respect to Kerchak as the leader of the family. I do love the fact that this movie can convey so much with just the artwork.
Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, you can do a lot of things that with animation that you can't really do with live action.
No.
Not very credibly, anyway.
One thing that I do like about this is the kind of design of Clayton as compared to the other guy as compared to Sabor, because they have the exact same color scheme. Where Sabor is yellow, and then Clayton has that neckerchief that looks like a leopard tongue. Actually, need a little bit of subtle artistry.
What's on the whole? So the hullabaloo about.
And this one, I love the actress playing Jane. Her name is Minnie Driver. I really like her. She is really funny, and in a lot of films. And I do love Brian Blessed as Clayton. Spider should always be like.
Oh, she's the love interest. I do like her.
Yeah, she's cool. She's
Yeah.
a geek. She's an animal geek.
I wonder if she's probably modeled on Jane Goodall at all.
Yeah.
Oh. What a brat.
Oh yes.
Uh-oh. 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 Yikes, that escalated fast. Why can't we all just get along?
Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny.
Yeah, this is much more entertaining than I thought it would be.
It just looks like it just looks like he's in terrible pain. Usual umbrella, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I like the little touch where his hands slowly start to go red. And as the friction goes, it's really funny. Just- little narcissistic little monster. I'm just... I'm Mary Papa John.
Ooh, this is getting indecent.
It is kind of just, it's awkward, but because he has no social understanding at all.
He's a quick study. I'll give him that.
Oh. No. Thank you. No. I do that. Yep. That wasn't a compliment. Of course you could. It's the Tarzan. Yep.
What the? So this is the latter-day version of the Alley Cats concert.
I guess so. Oh no, that joke would offend a certain group of people today. Which joke? Oh, I don't want to. I can't remember. Yeah. And I do love Brian Blessed. That's his voice. She's. Those are my bloomers on your head.
Bloomers? No comment. A whole fleet of them.
I love Clayton's just dry delivery. It's so funny.
This is getting indecent.
And Twitter painted. Like, look at him like, are you insane?
Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. Sorry. Yeah, it is very reminiscent of the Jungle Book.
Apes. This kind of puts me, weirdly enough, this puts me in the mood to see the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the Caesar trilogy of Planet of the Apes. I got to spell. He's like, are you kidding me? These people are nuts. Oh, that's a good line. I love it.
Have we met? Oh, cool. I believe he's got it. I think he's got it.
I love this song. Stranger Like Me is so awesome. And Clayton looks supremely bored. It's so funny. This is really amusing to me. So many parallels. Yeah, I know. I'm weird. The sequel, to Jungle Book, yeah, Jungle Book 2 is a weird one. Yeah, it's really charming. It's just he's riding a. Apparently, Tarzan was the original BMX Xer. He's like direction tilt. try to explain something and take the chalk and draw nonsense. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, applies. Yeah, Oto. Yeah. He actually does an impressive floral arrangement.
Yep. I give it a week, well, I'll be dead.
I love the just complete misunderstanding of the whole thing. Run. I never noticed that he exactly duplicates the stance in an attempt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so clever.
Blair gets tanked.
What? How? This is a romantic moment in the story.
Oh.
Women.
I like that he's actually competent. Like he may be a fairly
Hardhead.
typical great white hunter type, but
Of course, the first thing White says is cringe.
love you too, White.
Cringe, either cringe or or something along those lines. I'm surprised it's not in all caps. Not dinner time, no, lunchtime.
Have you seen this movie before, White? I actually post the theater link again. Yeah, Disney used to make good stuff, and now they just make Marvel, Star Wars, or remake their old stuff.
Yeah, most of it's not even Disney.
Yeah, I think only about 2 out of 12 movies that come out from Disney are Disney movies.
Yeah, that'll help us.
Get. Don't get up.
It's
Oh, here the music's actually nice.
yeah, it's a nice bit of instrumental music. Oh, we know what he fantasizes about.
Yeah.
You gotta tell her what that means?
Yeah.
He's doing the immersive approach.
Oh, biological clock. So adorable.
Yes. Most cute things become less cute things. Except for Trip, of course. Oh. Yep.
This is accurate. Yeah. I don't know. I think one problem is
Idiot.
yeah, they started hiring untalented activists instead of talented writers. That's one major problem. I am well aware of the word poontang. By today's standards, I
The
would
mom
say
shakes
yeah.
her head and is like, unfortunately, yes, that was you.
That was you, kiddo.
You were a really ugly baby.
You're a hideous baby.
You had absolutely no hair. I'm still surprised you haven't grown any hair. Most of you humans at least have some chest hair. I don't know what the fuck you've been doing.
I guess he's
Have you been
shaving.
shaving every day, everywhere?
I guess he just uses the stone thing to shave himself. One neat thing that I do like about this upcoming little bit here is the fact that Tarzan actually is larger than his dad was. And so his suit doesn't quite fit him.
Oh.
Like his shoulders are just too broad. And it doesn't quite fit him. He's
Nice
it's
little
just
parallel to how the human life doesn't fit him.
yeah. Yeah. It's really clever. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's a nice attention to detail, Neil. I actually kind of like Rosie O'Donnell in this role.
Same.
Hmm.
As she's blushing, it's adorable.
Uh-oh, what? What the bleep?
You remember the change in plans bit?
Wait, he's evil?
I do love this.
How did they get there?
They swam.
Mm.
So freaking hilarious.
I find this the
This-
best arc for a side character ever.
It is. It is
Just
so
get the
fun.
He just gets a spy and is like, all right, you're complaining too much.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the color is nice.
Yeah, the color palette is really good.
Yeah, that's rather rude.
uh, Needless to say, none of this happens in the book.
Oh no.
And kind of this creates more parallels with Sabor because he's got a long metal claw. This is possibly one of the most gruesome deaths in any animated movie I've ever seen.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
It's very well lit, though.
It is indeed very, very well lit, but it's really, really, really dark. Like,
Yep.
he unintentionally hangs himself.
So I guess he was evil.
Yes, Valerian, it was a very evil moment in the story.
Like, wow.
He committed murder,
Wow.
and he died for it.
Well, that's rather harsh. Aw.
Aww.
Mm.
This is such a good moment. This is a touching moment in the story, indeed.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And he takes his place in the circle of life.
You'll meet Simba one day.
Maybe.
They're both in Africa. They might meet.
Yeah, fair enough.
They'll have the Simba Lion King crossover. All live action. Oh, come on. Just leave so you can come back.
That music again.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't possibly. Yeah.
Love conquers all BS.
So she's going to live in the jungle without indoor plumbing. That's the best part.
They're all just staring.
I think more like they're just like, our boy getting some. Howdy.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hello.
That's racist. Probably somewhere.
Speaking Spanish is not racism.
If you're not
I don't know
Spanish,
how
then
she
you're
learned
racist.
that. I don't remember him saying what the fuck anything she said meant.
Well, actually, yeah, it was set up. You remember when he said Jane stays with Tarzan, he taught her how to say ooh, ooh, ooh.
But he didn't say what it meant.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he said Jane stays with Tarzan.
Oh.
That's the plant and payoff.
Wonderful movie. 10 out of 10.
Indeed. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's-
White's been in the fucking call this entire time. I
No,
thought
he
he was
just
just...
came on.
Oh, okay.
I
thought
just
you were
woke
just-
up not so long ago.
Hey, no worries, buddy.
Hey, I understand the pain, okay?
I mean,
Waking up is misery.
it looks like I escaped a bullet from yesterday. Because I had to work yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
What was yesterday?
Wheel time.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yes, that. That was
Yeah,
so much
dude,
better than this.
Yeah, needless to say, this is very, very, very different than the book.
Well, that means it's bad.
Kind of. Let me read out the.
Is there a Disney classic that isn't fairly different from its book?
Well,
Not
pretty
really.
much no.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I guess Peter
point
Pan
of
isn't
them.
too different.
No, Peter Pan is
True.
actually Peter Pan is pretty much spot on accurate.
True, and it's partially because they didn't try and tone it down. They put in some of that dark shit.
Neil says the book was much darker. I'm guessing they didn't have the right lighting.
Well, literally all of the Disney classics are have much darker origin material.
I mean, yeah.
Think about it, just flew over everybody's head.
I mean,
What?
Cinderella. Cinderella used to end with a couple of crows picking out the eyes of the evil stepsisters.
Little
Yeah,
Mermaid is the Little Mermaid dies.
Agreed. Yeah, Fox and the Hound is a very much a tragedy. Yeah. So let me actually read the synopsis. So Jane and Alice Rutherford Clayton, Lord and Lady Greystoke of England, are marooned in the western coastal jungles of equatorial Africa in 1888. After an unstated time later, their son John Clayton II is born. At the age of 1, his mother dies, and soon after, his father is killed by the savage king ape Kerchak. The infant Clayton, subsequently adopted by the she-ape Kala, is named Tarzan, which, this is actually really funny. It means white skin in the ape language.
Yeah. I knew we were going to get some racial cringe in the original book.
Yeah, well, it's an ape calling a white man. So
yeah, that's not too bad. It probably gets worse though.
It might. I think the sequel gets a little bit more racist with Queen Law and everything else around that. Maybe, I don't know. And is raised in ignorance of his human heritage. As a boy, feeling alienated from his peers due to his physical differences, Tarzan discovers his true parents' cabin, where he first learns of others like himself in their books. Using primers with pictures, over many years he teaches himself how to learn English, but having never heard it, cannot speak it. It seems to be like Edgar Rice Burroughs writes the same character in both, or at least the same thing in both. Upon his return from one visit at the cabin, he is attacked by a huge gorilla who he manages to kill with his father's knife, although he is terribly wounded. When he grows up, he becomes a skilled hunter, exciting the jealousy of Kerchak, the ape leader, who finally attacks him. Tarzan kills Kerchak and takes his place as king of the apes.
Okay, yeah, they did change a lot.
Later, a tribe of black Africans settled in the area, and Tarzan's adopted mother, Kala, is killed by one of the humans. Avenging himself on the killer, Tarzan begins an antagonistic relationship with the tribe, raiding its village for weapons and practicing cruel pranks on them. They, in turn, regard him as an evil spirit and attempt to placate him. A few years later, when he's 18, wow, eventful teenagerhood. Okay.
Yeah, I bet that bit is cringe when you actually read it.
Probably.
Yeah.
New parties have emerged on the coast, including 19-year-old Jane Porter, the first white woman Tarzan has ever seen. So essentially, she's a cougar.
The white woman. Oh no.
Tarzan's cousin, William C. Clayton, is unwitting usurper of the ape man's ancestral estate, is also on the party. Tarzan spies on the newcomer, aids them in secret, and saves Jane from the perils of the jungle. Among the party was French officer Paul Denoro. While rescuing Denoro from the natives, a rescue ship recovers the castaways. Darnon teaches Tarzan to speak French and offers to take Tarzan to the land of the white men, where he might connect with Jane again. On their journey, Darnon teaches him how to behave among white men. In the ensuing months, Tarzan eventually learns to speak English as well. Ultimately, Tarzan travels to find Jane in Wisconsin.
What?
Interesting.
Why
Tarzan
responsible bleeding places?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what Edgar Rice Burroughs wanted to do. Tarzan learns the bitter news that she is engaged to William Clayton. Meanwhile, clues from his parents' cabin have enabled Darnell to prove Tarzan's true ability to John Clayton, Viscount Greystoke. Instead of claiming his inheritance from William, Tarzan chooses rather to conceal and renounce his heritage for the sake of Jane's happiness. The return of Tarzan picks up right after the point where Tarzan of the Apes concludes. The ape man, feeling rootless in the wake of his noble sacrifice of prospects of wedding Jane Porter, leaves America for Europe to visit his friend Paul Darnell. On the ship, he becomes embroiled in the affairs of Countess Olga de Claude and her husband Raoul de Claude, and two shady characters attempting to prey on them, Nicholas Rockoff and his henchman Alexis Polvich. Apparently Rockoff is the Countess's brother. Tarzan thwarts the scheme, making them his deadly enemies. Later in France, Rockoff tries time and again to eliminate the ape man, and finally engineering a duel between him and the Count, by making it appear he is the Countess's lover. Tarzan deliberately refuses to defend himself in the duel, even ready to count his own weapon after the latter fails to kill him on his own, a grand gesture which convinces his antagonist of his innocence. In return, Count Rule finds him a job as a special agent in the French Ministry of War, and he's assigned to service in Algeria?
What?
Okay, this is
I guess
fascinating.
maybe he's where guerrilla warfare comes from.
Okay, in the sequence of adventures among the local Arabs ensue, including another brush with Rockoff, Tarzan sails for Cape Town and strikes a shipboard acquaintance with Hazel Strong, a friend of Jane's. Meanwhile, Polovich and Rockoff are also aboard and manage to ambush him and throw him overboard. Miraculously, Tarzan manages to reach shore in a lifeboat where he finds a derelict ship. He finds himself in the coastal jungle where he was brought up by apes. He soon rescues and befriends a native warrior, Bazuli of the Waziri, and is adopted into the Waziri tribe. After defeating a raid on their village by ivory raiders, Tarzan becomes their chief.
He becomes their chief, right? Of course.
Okay. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, typical white savior stuff. Yeah. I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. I'm saying just objectively that is what's happening here. The Waziri know of a lost city deep in the jungle from which they have obtained their golden ornaments. Tarzan has them taken there, but they're captured by its inhabitants, and a race of ape-like men, and is condemned to be sacrificed to their sun god. To Tarzan's surprise, the priestess to perform the sacrifice is a beautiful woman who speaks the ape language he learned as a child. He tells him she is La, high priestess of the lost city of Opar. When the sacrificial ceremony is fortuitously interrupted, she hides Tarzan and promises to lead to freedom. But the ape man escapes on his own, locates the treasure chamber, and manages to rejoin the Waziri. Meanwhile, Hazel Strong has reached Cape Town, where she meets Jane and her father, along with Jane's fiance, Tarzan's cousin, William Cecil Clayton.
I was wondering what Jane was doing all this time.
Yeah, they're invited on a cruise up the coast of Africa, with Lady Alice, a yacht of another friend, Lord Tennington. Rockoff, now using the alias of M. Thurin, ingratiates himself with the party and is invited along. The Lady Alice crashes in the same day in derelict ship Tarzan found, and it sinks, forcing the passengers and crew in the lifeboats. The one containing Jane, Clayton, and Thurin is separated from the others and suffers terrible privations. Coincidentally, the boat takes them to the shore into the same general area as Tarzan did. Okay, I have to use this one. It's hilarious. This is just too easy. This is just too easy to take advantage of. It's not bad. Cool your jets. It's not everything I come up with is horrible. Just most of it.
Just most of it.
Yeah.
Coincidence? I think not!
He has a point.
Yes.
Yeah. So Minute for 3 is but a few miles away from the landing site of the other lifeboats. They construct a ridge shelter. Existence of near starvation. After some weeks, Jane and Clayton are surprised and forced by a lion. Clayton loses Jane's respect by covering fear before the beast, intending instead of defending her. But they are saved from the attack. But when the lion is speared and killed by an unknown hand, their savior is in fact Tarzan, who leaves without revealing himself due to saving Jane in the arms of Clayton. Jane breaks
Tarzan killed Simba?
Apparently, yes. Jane breaks off her engagement with Clayton, finally gathering the courage to follow her heart and not marrying a man she does not love. That's good. Later, Jane is kidnapped and taken to Opar by a party of the Oparan ape men who are pursuing their escaped sacrifice Tarzan. The ape man learns of her capture and tracks them, managing to save her from being sacrificed by Law, who is crushed by Tarzan's spurning of her for Jane. Jane and Tarzan make their way up the coast to the farmer's boyhood cabin, where they encounter the remainder of the castaways from the Lady Alice, except for Clayton. D'Arnaud is there with his naval ship and is prepared to rescue and return the party to civilization. Thurin is exposed as Rockoff and arrested. Clayton has been very ill and was abandoned by Rockoff at the location where he, Rockoff, and Jane's boat landed. Jane and Tarzan go to save him, but he dies in spite of Tarzan and Jane's efforts to save him. Tarzan weds Jane, and Ennington weds Hazel in a double ceremony performed by Professor Porter, who had been ordained as a minister in his youth. Then they all sail for civilization, taking all the treasure Tarzan found at Opar.
That's convenient, but I bet Tarzan won't stay in civilization. So, Marvel Comics had a knockoff of Tarzan called Khazar, who lived in the Savage Lands, which, no, and was the son of a noble poacher, Kevin Plunder. Yes, that's his name.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do have the skinned remains of Scar, yeah.
Yep, he wears it.
So Tarzan ends up in civilization after all, then?
There's a lot of stuff that happens.
Apparently so, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole lot.
Wouldn't it be a riot if the Tarzan film we just saw was better than the book?
Might be.
It might honestly be.
It might be.
Yeah, and there's apparently been a bunch of different Tarzan adaptations. We could honestly just do a whole thing where we just go through every single Tarzan thing that has ever been made.
I think let's keep to just watching some good old stuff than weird stuff.
No, we need more John Borman scripts.
No.
Oh yeah, Borman. Yes, please. That was probably the high point of this channel.
You know, I kind of want to watch this Tarzan the Epic Adventures. I think that I might have found it. The reason why is because, well, one, the actor looks the same. And I also want to watch it because apparently there's time travel because there's Roman centurions involved.
What?
I kid you not, at least based on the summary, when Themba is kidnapped by Roman centurions, Tarzan finds himself working with the young woman to overthrow her evil uncle.
What the fuck is this?
Of course there are Roman centurions in the 19th century.
Yep, I found it. Yep. At long last. This has bugged me for at least 4 years now, and I finally figured it out.
Gee, what a loser. Can't even find an old show.
I just searched for at least an hour a few years ago, dropped the quest, and then finally, wait, what? That was David Yates did a Tarzan movie? Wait, what?
I feel like Dunn's mind is finally being blasted into pieces right now.
Actually, I vaguely remember the Greystoke film. I never saw it, but I know it existed. It was like the 80s or 90s or something.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, I know about that one. That one did not do well. Legend of Tarzan. Mostly, was not very positively reviewed by all accounts. I know Greystoke has good old Christopher Lambert in it as Tarzan. And I'd have to you know what? Maybe one of these times movies, yeah, maybe one of these days we'll do the Highlander movies, though that may take a long time.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of things. We've got the Monte Cristo and we've got the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah. Which the nice thing is we can cover a lot of them, but oh, you're kidding me. Tarzan the Epic Adventures is just on YouTube? Yes!
Is this the cartoon TV series?
This is a TV series, yeah.
I wonder if that's this. I do wonder if that's the same one, or if you watch a different one.
Yep. I'm now interested. No, you're not invisible. It's actually not a movie. It's a 22 episode one season TV series where each episode is 45 minutes.
Isn't that not just the bad thing that you're invisible?
That was aimed at Shy.
What do you mean? How am I getting you invisibly? I didn't know what Greystroke was.
So I'll add you as a standard moderator so you can swear freely.
Seriously?
Yeah. I figure it's only appropriate.
Boomer channel, it says. Maybe that was
maybe,
which makes me wonder if it was the same one.
I don't know.
No, it's not. That's TV series 1996 to 2000. That can't possibly be the same one, unless time has been had something weird done to it.
What this?
Yeah, 1996 2000. This was like way before that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I know there was a TV show that
live
was
action. Oh
yeah,
no,
this is live action. Yeah, and it looks glorious. It looks like Legend of the Seeker levels of production quality. I kind of want to watch this thing now. I really want to watch this now.
No,
we've been doing this.
Die in a fire.
Why? It's gonna be fun.
It's never fun when you say it's fun.
Yeah, he has a different definition of fun to most people.
I have no idea what what's coming next, and I'm just interested. It will be fun. Look at the quality of these. Look at the thumbnails on these. I don't know whether. Let me find it. Ooh.
Wouldn't it be right if it was a tie-in with Your Highness?
Oh, that would be amazing. Let me see. Where's a... Yeah, I have no context for this, but I wonder...
Already it looks cheap.
And yes, effing run when Kai says it's going to be fun.
Oh, Jesus.
Where's the...
What the fuck is that?
What?
There's... I don't know.
Well,
That's what I think about that.
Attractive.
There's a... I think there's something in the... Let's see. There's some kind of weird... There's some weird Journey to the Center of the Earth stuff going on. At least I think so. Because... Okay, maybe it's on a different thumbnail, but there's just some weird cheap crap going on here.
Especially, just look at the fucking dump. Oh my god. That's
Okay.
enough.
In this one, his name is, let me see, Tarzan the Epic Adventures. It's a guy named Joe Lara.
Joe LARP.
He is LARPing as Tarzan. That's definitely for sure.
Hello, Joe.
Mojo Jojo. Well, I think that we should probably call it there, everybody. Thank you all for coming. This was fun. We will definitely do this again. I think we've pretty much commentated pretty specifically on Tarzan. And we may do kind of season wrap-up stuff and kind of review later. I'm not sure yet, but I am interested. But anyway, we may do the Tarzan. I'm interested in doing this Tarzan the Epic Adventures because I think that it would be really, really funny.
You're a fucking magnet for just terrible stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm actually more interested in either the Count of Monte Cristo or the Hunchback one.
Oh, definitely. We will definitely leave Greystoke for the Epic Adventures of Tarzan for another time, for sure. I'm just going to be putting that in my back pocket for later usage.
Valerian will kill you if you don't continue with the count. Well, I might let him live if we do Hunchback.
Yeah, let's do a Hunchback next week.
Although we should probably go back to. Oh, it'd be nice to go back to count just because we skipped a week, so it makes sense to like do every other week or something. But the way we've been doing anyway.
That sounds fair. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Yeah, let's do Count of Monte Cristo next week, and we'll alternate and compare Tarzan the Epic Adventures. Yeah, we'll have to put that one up because I am definitely intrigued because it looks like it would be about kind of like the old Sinbad show I watched as a kid.
Oh, is that the show from the 80s? 80s or 70s? It might have even been 60s.
Let me see.
It looked like being a rerun.
TV series.
Because I saw it like in the 70s or 80s, and it looked like it had a rerun feel about it.
The Adventures of Sinbad. That was 1996 to 1998, so it was the same time as this show, though. The same time as this Tarzan show, but apparently I saw the first couple episodes up until the first couple episodes of season 2 and kind of lost interest in the Adventures of Sinbad. But apparently it's Canadian action adventure fantasy.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like in the 90s they were already doing things that we already did decades earlier.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I just need to eat something, go to the bathroom and such. But yeah, I'm down to do that. Well, alrighty. Well, thank you all for coming. This was fun, and we will call it good for today. Thank you. Bye.
All right.